So you're always thinking, oh, I should have been able to get that. Well, then we brought in Ray Hearn because I don't want to think because I know a little bit about golf that I should make decisions about this historic place. So I run everything by him. He's a historian. And we are making changes to the golf course because the golf course needs to be managed. Trees get huge and they die and
a dozen of them over there.
Yeah. It's because actually, when I talked to Ray, the original architect wanted these angles in these playing lines, and they don't exist because of the trees have imposed. They get big over 50 years and 100 years. They get so big that they need to be managed. And so you're not doing wrong when you manage them. I wondered, how many trees do we have at Washtenaw? And I figured the only way I'm going to get the answer is to go out and count them. So I did. It's 1,298.
Okay.
For instance, a lot of our trees grew into each other. So as they get bigger, they grow into each other, and it's not healthy for either of them. So we're trying to get so that every tree that's out there, there's a reason for it to be. Sometimes it's just a nice tree. It's painful on the 11th hole. We've got a big, beautiful, beautiful tree. It's so in the wrong place that it's going to have to be eventually taken because there's no grass underneath it, and it's imposing on the green. You know what I mean? And it's just going to get bigger. And so we should think, wherever a tree is, what's it going to be in 40 years from now? We should actually make the job easier for the people who are here 40 years from now. I'm hope. So I got this message from Ray Hearn, and and I call him back, and I get a recorder, and it says Ray Hearn Golf Associates. So we get hooked up. He comes in. I said, Ray, you're in the golf business. What do you do? Oh my gosh! Long pause. I'm a golf course architect.
Jennie McCafferty for Michigan Golfer, and we're at Washtenaw Golf Club, and with us is Ken McLaughlin, who's always busy because he takes care of all the flowers. And I don't think any golf club has prettier flowers.
Well, thanks very much. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
It's something that's disappearing from golf courses in general, I hear.
no kidding.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, you wouldn't know it here. They're in front as you drive in. They're all around the clubhouse. They're all around the course. So, how did you first get interested in flowers?
Well, a long time ago, about 30 years ago, when I started here, I was just a member of the crew, and I was did flowers about half the day and worked on the crew the other half. Okay. And all they had was annuals at the time. This was decades ago, and I just asked my boss one day, "What do you think about we switch the general theme up of including some shrubs and perennials and make it a little more complex?" And he agreed, and off I went. I went to the Master Gardener classes here in Ann Arbor.
No kidding. Wow.
Yes. And just found a love for it and continued.
So you find all different colors, all different shapes, all different, some are little, some are tall. How do you go about picking the right flower for the place? Like right behind us.
Well, essentially it's first I think about light, how much light the plants need, and if this area will have that. And then there's soil drainage, things of that nature. And then as you're progressing into the garden, you're mixing colors, textures. Plants have different texture, leaves have different texture. All those things you combine in an element that is pleasing to the eyes.
So all that stuff you think about so we don't have to.
Exactly.
Well, Ken, it's always a treat to come. Even though we're here several times a week, I always notice something different. So congratulations on making it such a fun experience.
Well, thanks very much. It's my pleasure.